All right, it's finally time to set some blocks. Kind of got the site cleaned up a little bit. The other blocks haven't showed up yet, but I tried to clean up some of the piles I had there and then consolidate the base and get the ones I got moved, or the blocks, the pallets I already have set up. I got my string line ran. I'm just gonna go right even with this pedestal on down, so it may not be 100% square with the house, but this section of the property is kind of turning back, so it'll run just straight in line with this, and then just 90 over to that corner, and then I'll do kind of, I think it's a 45. I'm not sure what's going to come out over there. We'll get set up and see if we can get some of this done. Ha! I've got one. So 599 more to go, so it's a start. But yeah, you can see this one was already broke, so these blocks are, I think they'll do all right, but these are on the top. They got some cracks and stuff like that, and I knocked this little edge or foot off, I call it, on the bottom row, just because it helps to level them up a little bit quicker. But then you leave those, and the next set will be staggered on top of these, and then you slide them up to where they touch on that. So now we'll just kind of start running those and just take off from there. But yeah, that's kind of it. So you just got to be careful, because yeah, like right here, you hit on those too hard with that footing and you'll end up just kind of breaking the block if you're not careful. But it looks like a few of them are already cracked through there pretty good. Once I hit that step up, I'll come back down here, and you can actually just start right there, or what I normally do is just go ahead and get this next row put on there. And normally I'll start down there and just start stacking them, but I'm wanting to spend more of my time leveling the bottom row, so I'll just come back here, get this centered, which is what I liked about the other ones. The foot deal slid down inside and it came forward a little bit more, and you knew you were locked in like dead center. This one you're gonna have to measure a little bit. I'll set this one so I'll know I'm centered on my stagger, and then half of this block will be on this one, and then the other half will be on the base rock footing, and then that'll be your first row, the first course on that side, but it'll be the second row over here. So yeah, now we'll carry some more block over here and carry on until we get to that corner. Okay, I just thought I'd jump on here real fast instead of playing another song in this time lapse. I wasn't really sure how to film this part of it because it's such a slow and tedious process, but I also kind of wanted to show this process. This is kind of how the, you know, the wall gets started and stuff like that, or the foundation of it. So it's just kind of a slow go. I mean, the closer you can get that footing to being level, the easier these blocks go. But also, I wasn't real impressed with this style block. They're supposed to be kind of like a distressed split face. There you go, Brian B. I got that right finally. Block, and then they're kind of beat on the edges to make them look a little more distressed, I guess. But they just don't seem like they come out of the mold real well. They got a lot of imperfections and stuff like that on them. But it didn't work out too bad. I actually ended up, I think I can maybe cut it out, but Brian B was also one of them that mentioned that I needed to run the string down the backside. And at first I wasn't sure, and then you can see here that I did, because the fronts of these, are the way they're split or broke, some of them stick out much further than the back. But the biggest thing I found with these is the way that they interlock with that little edge on the back. If the back of the blocks is all wavy, then the next row is even more wavy. I went back on that first side that I did and put the string down the back and kind of re-leveled and kind of got those back to where they needed to be. But from now on these, I did learn that you need to run the string down the back side. That just makes it a whole lot easier when the next row goes on. Yeah, all in all, it didn't go too bad. I did learn a few things on this, like with the string and how these blocks are going to act. So that is good to know for the next one. And yeah, hopefully the next video will be stacking the blocks and kind of backfilling. Said I know there's not a lot to this one, but this is an important part of the process that I wanted to share. Well, we're making decent progress. I got down to this corner and busted my hammer. So, oh well, I got my last, I think it's 12, or I think I need 2 or 3 more at the end, so probably 15 total. We'll get those laid and leveled up real quick, and then I'm just gonna start going back and stacking probably 3 more rows. And then I'll need to get the drain behind here, and I can start putting the clean rock and get the geogrid, but I don't even know if I may get the other rows put on today. I'm excited because once this bottom row is laid in there and level, and then it's just stacking blocks and backfilling. So that's the part I like, is kind of getting them backfilled and then starting to have a little closure. Then finally the leveling is what's the tedious and boring part of it. But we'll get to leveling these up and I will check back in a bit. Okay, we've got the first row done, and look, my helper showed up. He got here at what, like 4 o'clock, 3:30, like that. End of the day. So yeah, he's finally here, so we're gonna throw a few rows of blocks on. But okay, battery died. But yeah, here's, now I gotta rig more of that. I kind of made a 45. Yeah, that one's gonna be kind of interesting to see, because you're supposed to actually kind of stagger these seams. So we'll have to see how that one comes out. But yeah, now we're gonna get that. I gotta rake that out. Need a tape measure. So anyway, we're doing that, fill this in, and we're gonna try to add a few rows of blocks on here. So we'll see what we can get done.